Hi, everybody. Yes, it's Thursday, the 29th of August, 2024. Another direct upload day. Got to do a lot of stuff, and so I need my afternoon free. Reminder that there will be a live stream at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday, the 30th. Uh, yeah, remember I am a clairvoyant, clairaudient, so everything is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, form your own opinions. The full disclaimer is in the description box, along with the buy me a coffee and the tip jar and stuff, and also the email if you'd like to schedule a private reading. Uh, the there's just there's stuff happening worldwide and other crazy things, and I'm just going to go through. I did go through the morning headlines, and I'm just, so if it looks, if things, I jump around, please excuse it, because that's where I found, that's how this stuff popped up in my various news feeds. Now, we know what's going on in France with the Russian dude who owns Telegram. Now, I know a lot of people use Telegram because it basically allows a lot of free speech, but remember, the servers are based in Dubai. And although they say Dubai and the Emirates are very westernized, the residents and the leaders of Dubai still pray 5 times a day. So they still they still could go in, grab those servers, and expose everybody's personal information to Iran. But now it's the other thing going on with social media platforms. It's like Marky Z has publicly admitted that he was taking orders from Barry Obama to censor people on his platforms. And yeah, so we are going to see much more fallout, and it's going to expose a lot because people, Marky Z, there may be people who decide to go and protest outside of your offices. There's going to be a lot of stuff hitting the fan on that, okay? And yeah, we've got the, Marky Poo, he's admitting to what the Democrats want: censorship and control. And what's so ironic now is that a prime example of the control is Cammy Poop. Okay, she's going to do an interview, but it's going to be pre-recorded. The Timidiot is going to be there with her. There's so ABC, that's owned by the mouse, or CNN, Communist News Network, is going to be the one doing the interviews with her. So they're going to be able to cut and paste, edit. So she will know everything that's going to be asked. So it will be a scripted interview. Don't believe a word she says when it happens. And then in September, when they do have the debate, which was scheduled for after open ballot, mail-in ballot voting started. So a lot of people don't have the opportunity to hear both sides of the coin. That's going to be another mess. And people may want to start dumping their mouse stock if they aren't and boycotting anything from the mouse. So it's not going to look good for Cammy Poop, thankfully. And people are having a snit fit because of what JD said. Hell, JD said what everybody has been wanting to say, and he just had the balls to do it. He told Cammy Poop to go to hell. which is someplace where she definitely belongs, along with her puppet master Barry. And so it's, hey, JoJo has been nothing but a smokescreen, a puppet. I mean, yeah, he's been out in California. Now he was on the West Coast. Now he's sitting on an East Coast beach. He doesn't even know what's going on in the world. I mean, they've had fits about, oh, possibly Ronald Reagan in his last years as president could have had mental difficulties. But this dude couldn't even campaign in 2020. So when did this guy really go off the edge? During his last 4 years as Barry's sidekick? Yeah. So Barry knew he was malleable. But you know what it is that, yeah, Cammy Poop, they think is malleable, but she's a real loose cannon. We think she's awful now. Should she get into the top job, she's gonna just say, well, I'm here now. I don't have to listen to a word you say, and I'm gonna do what I want. That's her little attitude. And yeah, she supports, condones assault on women. She might have security around her 25/8, but the normal everyday female living and trying to make a living here in the United States, she doesn't give a shit about. Yeah, start digging around, poke around still, and look for stories about women being discriminated and suffering abuse from the various trade unions and guilds. Anywhere there's a large business of people making film and TV, and you're going to see a lot of women who did make noise in the 2010s, early 2010s, especially the ones in California. She knew about it. She did nothing. And she still is doing nothing. So we need to keep our eyes out. And yeah, JD, yeah, you've said what everybody's been wanting to say. Now, yeah, we've got a bunch of crazy ass politicians everywhere. Okay? And a lot of people they are getting nasty about stuff. I mean, take a look at Anderson Cooper. Of course, he's going to trash talk Donald. Anderson Cooper is nothing but a Democrat puppet. And we got to remember that he's the son of Gloria Vanderbilt. So, and he does get some chunk of change from the clothing line founded by his mother. So, besides boycotting J.B. Pritzker's Hyatt hotels, you know, the fat pig who's running Illinois into the ground, into the hell and back, Anderson is the heir to the Gloria Vanderbilt clothing line. So, I know that's sold in a lot of the stores that people can scrape by to afford to shop in. So it's time to stop purchasing Gloria Vanderbilt clothing. And I remember back in the 70s, her blue jeans and stuff. So maybe, ladies, maybe we should start taking our Gloria Vanderbilts to a DNC rally and burn our old Gloria Vanderbilt clothing. Hey, back in the 60s, they were burning bras. Let's go in front of the CNN building and burn up and have a little bonfire of everything with the Gloria Vanderbilt logo. Maybe that might soak into Anderson's head. As long as, so yeah, we boycott Gloria Vanderbilt and boycott Hyatt hotels. Okay? Big time. Because Pugsley Putzker, JB Pritzker, whenever they have to go, whenever the DNC has to go on any of these little campaign trips, they say stay for free at any one of his hotels. And watch, you know where they're not going to show up on their little campaign jaunts? Is most likely Colorado. Because right now, okay, for the past few decades, women in Europe have been at risk because the Muslim gangs, the extreme Islamic, women have been at risk for physical harm. It's now happening. It's been happening in the UK for the past, 20 years? Well, now, it's now starting to make national news here in the US about stuff that's happening in Aurora, Colorado. We know Colorado, it's full of potheads who can't think straight. Well, now it's making national news that there is a neighborhood in Aurora, Colorado where it's basically been taken over by a Venezuelan gang, and women are not safe. They think it's a status symbol to see how many times they can grab a female and put her on do a train on her. So, yeah, it's finally coming out. Yeah, the Venezuelan gangs have started it here in the States, but expect the Islamic idiots to accelerate it. And because we've got to remember that it's been over 300 days since October 7th of 2023. And yeah, the Islamic Republic of Iran is still promoting the eradication, elimination of everybody who's lights candles in the winter holidays instead of having a Christmas tree. First, they want to get rid of the candle lighters. Next is the Christmas tree people. And people still aren't waking up to it. But we are approaching the holy day season for stuff that's going to happen in Israel. It's, okay, everything, I'm looking at the calendar right now. Okay, everything is going to start kicking off the first week of October. So folks, we've got to use the energy that's going to happen on the equinox to start taking these assholes down. Some people may be like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this, or I can't do this. Yes, we can. We do have the strength in numbers to stand up and fight back, because the month of October, in certain areas, it's time to, people had better have Kevlar clothing, and the little idiots that are anti-Second Amendment, the Blue Jews, well, they had better change their tune and start begging those that they kicked out of their congregation because they believe in Second Amendment rights. They're going to have to start begging people to return, because they're going to need people who know what they're doing. Otherwise, come October, no synagogue is safe anywhere in the world. And yeah, there's certain protocols that happen during the Jewish holidays. It's not going to be pretty. So, in my opinion, it might be safer just to do things privately via YouTube Zoom. It's not going to be safe anywhere. for any large gatherings because they're going to target. They will take down license plate numbers to follow people home. Yes, the Islamic Republic of Iran has their fingers everywhere. And they are going to try and make things as miserable as possible. And they're going to try and blame it on Donald. No. It's Barry Soetoro, doing business as Barack Obama. Yeah. The Muslim that's been running the country. Yes. Very. And of course, think about it for a minute. Kamala is like East Indian. Was her daddy Muslim, or did he follow one of the Hindu faiths? If he was Muslim, then she's of course sucked into it. She will be forever and always. Now, before I get into my last thing, we do have, yes, the Islamic idiots are, Iran has activated all their little satellite countries. And their satellites batches all over the place. So that's why I'm saying people be careful come October. And those of us who are white light workers, we've got to get everything geared up and ready to go on the equinox in September. Because that's how we can fight back, and they won't know what's hitting them. Well, just look, I mean, Yemen, basically the Houthis there have shut down the Suez Canal. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but have you been getting a lot of scam phone calls? Like, about medical insurance and other stupid stuff? And we know they're coming out of possibly Pakistan, Bangladesh, or some of the other Pacific Island countries. Remember, those places are under the guidance of Tehran. And yeah, they want to get everybody's personal data so they can start destroying people. But one thing that they don't realize, and that's what's happening lately. Now, here in North America, we haven't been hit too hard with hurricanes this season yet. Right now, there's been a lot of storms hitting everybody, a lot of the Muslim nations in like the Indian Ocean and the Pacific. And they're starting to take out stuff. Right now, there's a real bad one hitting Japan. Well, where it's hitting Japan, remember that area, it's then going to hit North Korea and China. And some of the other island nations where it's predominantly the Indonesian area, Malaysian, Maldives, all those little island nations that are gone super 5-time-a-day idiot. The universe is sending horrible storms there, horrible flooding, and the universe is doing the job that we're not able to because we've got fucking Barry running the country. Yeah, there's already one carrier fleet in the Mediterranean and a second one's going out. But that's stupidity, because putting them in the Mediterranean Sea is basically kind of like a Pearl Harbor situation waiting to happen. They're all isolated in the same place with nowhere to run because, remember, Morocco, I mean, the Straits of Gibraltar, yeah, Gibraltar is part of the UK. But south of the south side of the strait takes marching orders from Tehran. So we've got to make sure that we're tight with Georgia, and because it'll be Georgia's military who helps save our asses, saves our carriers and so forth. Okay, so we need to make sure that we support our Italian friends. Now we know that the UK is still going batshit crazy. I mean, Keir Starmer, now they have like new smoking bans. I mean, it's tough here in the States. I mean, some of these apartment complexes, oh, you can't smoke within 100 feet of the building property. Excuse me, but they don't have any jurisdiction over a public sidewalk or a public street. Somebody sitting in their car, they're still within. What are they going to do? Come out and hand out HOA warnings? Yeah, well, Keir Starmer has now made it illegal. You can no longer smoke in a pub garden or all these other crazy places. They're trying to turn everything that's legal onto the same level as like White Horse and the Nose Coca-Cola. And they're going to say, oh yeah, it's okay legal for medicinal reasons, you can smoke the cannabis. Something, but it's Keir Starmer, he forgets that stay strong, keep calm, carry on. The way people were able to do it was they were able to go to their local pub, vent their grievances towards each other, and get support, emotional and physical support from one another. Well, now that the public houses are going to have a massive drop in business, and most of those are owned by the different breweries, I wonder what the Guinness family is going to say to Keir Starmer. Yeah, he just fucked up. It's not like here in the States where a shot and beer bar can buy whomever, whatever they want from anybody. But in the UK, it's usually each pub is affiliated with one of the manufacturers. And those manufacturers carry a lot of weight and have a lot of money. They're the ones that are paying the taxes to support the stupid-ass migrants. So if they see a drop in revenue, how's Keir Starmer going to pay for all the shit? I mean, the man's so stupid, he's cutting off his nose to spite his face. Okay. Now, one other thing that caught my attention before I close for today. We know that Lady Louise, I mean, she's just about to return. She's probably hanging out with Mom and Dad and Uncle Charles and Auntie Camilla and the rest of her cousins up in Scotland, right up at Balmoral before she goes back to uni. And she's been talking about possible career in the military. Well, the last female member who was officially a member of the military was her grandmother, QE2. But because we know Lady Louise, basically she was the little pride and joy of her grandpa, Philip. And she's out there with the carriage racing, carriage driving. And she's very much an equestrian. Would not surprise me if she ends up like in the household cavalry, horse guards. You know, when she's already in officer training stuff equal, that's like our ROTC here in the States. Yeah, she's gonna, in a couple years, wouldn't be surprised if she's the one organizing Trooping of the Color for her uncle and cousin. Yeah, I think that's where she's gonna land. Yeah, well, hey, outside of Buckhouse, Yeah, Lady Louise is there with the horses. Definitely. I think that's where she's headed. Where she'll be active military, go through the basic training. But for her, she will horse guards parade. I have a really strong hunch that's where she's going to be. And quite possibly, she may be the one driving William in the carriage to his coronation. And yeah, she might be the one driving him to Westminster Abbey when it's his turn. So, um, I'm going to get going. I got stuff to do today. And just to let people know, yeah, I did see the thing put up by, let's see, what can I, the current Voldemort online. Okay, that's the best way to describe the situation. Saw it this morning, laughed my ass off. She's grabbing at straws. Well, I think she needs them because maybe she's doing the nose cola. She admits to smoking the weed. So, who knows with her? Who knows? Other people are thinking other things, but Voldemort, grow up. Oh yeah, but you're going to be 43 next month. Oh, in October she's going to be 43. Yeah. But everyone, have a good day. Remember, on Saturday, the 30th, I will be doing the live stream. So note your calendars. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's like 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Euro time. And anyone who has any comments or critiques, you're more than welcome, because I'll be putting up the link so you can join the conversation. I mean, you don't have to hide behind a video game. You can, hey, little Voldemort wannabe, yeah, why don't you come and show your face? Let's see. Okay. You have enough warning. You're more than welcome to join in and show your face and talk. She doesn't. We know she's a chicken shit. Maybe her legs are like the same thing as Megan's. Okay. Let's see, make sure you haven't porked out because of all the weed you smoked, because you get the munchies. Well, I've rattled long enough. Everyone have a good day, good Shabbos coming up tomorrow. And I'll see everyone Saturday morning. Thank you. Bye-bye.